Belt and Road Summit 2016 brought together senior figures from countries along the Belt and Road and counterparts in Hong Kong. Investment services is sure to be a big deal on the Belt and Road, and with us is Laura Chia. She's the chairman of the Hong Kong Financial Services Development Council, and thanks very much indeed for joining us. Can I start really by talking about the panel which you've just chaired, which really looked at investment from the point of view of policymakers.
Right.
Now, what do you see as the real takeaway from that?
I think it's the takeaway actually is very simple. The policymaker, from the point of view of the government, has to be a facilitator. To facilitate business investment, to create the right kind of environment for investment outside and into your own jurisdiction. Now, obviously, from the policymaker's point of view, there are issues of market integrity, prevention of fraud. You want to protect your consumer, your investor, etc., etc. So at the end of the day, it's a bit of a balance.
Now, is Hong Kong really imbued with all the facilitating roles that you would see for the Belt and Road, where it comes to financial services in particular?
Definitely. I think the fact that Hong Kong has been a well-recognized international financial center does not come by accident. There's a lot of effort, not perhaps very obvious to people outside of the market, but the government does have a role, and our regulators do have a role to make sure that our market is fair, transparent, the rules are the same for everyone. And these are the kind of factors that attract investors, that give investors confidence to come to one's market.
And I suppose underlying that, one could say that Hong Kong is the #1 destination in the world for IPOs, initial public offerings. So that's one aspect.
I would qualify that by saying, yes, indeed, we have been one of the top 3 IPO, in terms of fundraising through IPOs. But the vast majority of those come from China. Yes, indeed, we've done very well, but we can do better to attract more from outside of mainland. That will make us truly diversify and international.
Laura, our guest of honor, Zhang was talking about how Hong Kong is really something on the Belt and Road as a superconnector.
Yes.
And with all these various abilities, you presumably welcome that.
First of all, we have been a superconnector between China and the world. Going forward, in addition to that role, in addition to being a connector, we are adding value on our own too. So there is the connecting role, and also there is our own organic growth and development role. So the two somehow will perhaps merge.
So what are your impressions of the Belt and Road Summit that you've been attending?
This has been very timely, very well organized. It's the inaugural one. That means there will be subsequent ones. And I think we really need to have a forum like this to get ideas out, to share experience.